Good morning, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I hope you're doing well today. It's already been a busy, crazy little morning on a Monday, and we going into the show. Bubbles is over here upside down. She's crazy. Anyway, I want to wish y'all a great morning. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and today I want to talk about. I'm doing a lot of reading, a lot of listening, trying to grow myself. And I was listening to Bob Proctor. He wrote The Secret, How to Make Millions. And he says, what is a team or a company without people? Nothing, right? So I want to talk about that a little bit today, about building your team. What is your team without the people? And how we as Scrum Masters and Agile Coach and leaders should go in that. Also, a couple other things that popped up through that. And I was actually listening to a podcast, The Happy Engineer. It's a good podcast if you want to listen to podcasts. It's a nice little podcast about engineers going through their career and everything and what they can do also. So it's a good one. And I'll share a little bit of thing. It's funny. I was thinking about this and some things they said about letting go and allowing your team to be self-accountable so that you don't have to do everything. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so you can bring value to the customer without you working crazy hours to get that value to the customer and having a little fun, getting back to family and friends, enjoying life. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you did something adventurous. I would love to hear, if anybody wants to share things they did outside, fun stuff, that would be awesome. I have my comments on so I can see comments in LinkedIn again. I can comment back after the show, but I can't comment through StreamYard back through LinkedIn. But if you're in YouTube or Facebook, I will see those comments come through the system. So Bob Proctor, from Bob Proctor. What is a team or a company without its people? Nothing. They are nothing. It's an empty shell. It's a piece of real estate. Without the people in the company, you just have desks. Like, it's a shell. It's a bunch of computers, right? So there's really nothing there. So one of the key things about being a Scrum Master, Agile Coach, is help nurturing its people. So it's something we have to look how we treat each other. And how we do things is, lost that. Forget that. How you do it, right? So I wanted to share that and how about nurturing. But I also want to say, just for the heck of it, I looked up Google and I said, what is nurturing? Nurture is the care for, encourage the growth or development of, right? It doesn't say, they talk about being a mom and dad, but it doesn't say you be their mom and dad and make sure they don't get hurt or bumped or you take care of stuff. So nurturing is allowing them to grow and providing the outlets for them to grow as people, as teammates, right? And that's key to what the people are in your team. When we do our work as Scrum Masters and Agile Coaches, it's very important that we also include time and talk to the team and convince them that it is important for them to grow also. Because like one of the things in the engineering podcast, some person was saying, they felt better when they were building a product on a green field. Not so much maybe doing the maintenance mode. And everyone's different. Some people like the maintenance mode and just fixing and just solving problems. Some like the major problems. But one of the key things is always growing. That keeps them in tuned into the team and as a person. And we as Scrum Masters have to allow for that. Make sure they are doing that. That it's not 100% doing stories or tasks every day. That we as a team have some time set aside to grow. We have a retrospective do that, but also they should have stories in their backlog to take a class, to read a book, to learn more about Agile, maybe learn about their profession. What's the next level? And that is about self-organization, self-accountability. Now, what class you want us to take, Greg? I don't know. They should be becoming self-accountable to identify and bring them to sprint planning. Maybe during the session, your group has a norm. Okay, every sprint planning, somebody brings something that 2 weeks, right? Most people can read a book in 2 weeks. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the team if you had a story in your backlog and they could do it at home or at work, either way, they all brought, oh, this would be awesome. Try this one, right? They all had a story for reading something to grow by. I don't care what it is. To the sprint as a planning, and everyone lists the book they wanted to read during the sprint. And maybe at the end of the sprint, they can do a synopsis, part of the review. But that would be a pretty cool story. And that helped them grow, be self-accountable for what they want to do. And this is the key. This is not the Scrum Master reading the book for the person, right? Does that sound ridiculous? Well, isn't it ridiculous for you to update their stories for them? Isn't it ridiculous for you to ask them every day what's going on? You won't ask them what they read in their book every day, right? So this helps you as a Scrum Master get away from that and release some of that self-accountability back to the team. So, hey, good morning. So that is one of the things I just wanted to share. Try setting them up with maybe a reading book story. I mean, you could do it every sprint if you want. Maybe every other sprint. Let's see if they would all be interested in coming back and reading a book and bringing it to that so they can grow. Some people won't want to do. They just want to do the job. Maybe that's all they want to do. But from a self-motivation, nurturing perspective that we as Agile coaches and Scrum Master do, try that. Suggest that. And if they say they're too busy, then you as an Agile coach, Scrum Master, why are you too busy, right? What is going on that we're so busy that we can't take an hour at home or at work and just read a book and grow as a professional? You want professional pay, you got to act professional. Professionals read a little bit and grow on a steady basis. They don't sit there and let the technology pass by them, right? So I just want to share that with you. I got to go. I want to wish you the best day. I want to wish you happy scrumming. And let me know if you were able to offer that idea of doing a story for reading, right? To have them grow. And I want to share that with you. I want to say, have a great day. Remember, what is a team without its people? Nothing. It's empty. It's a computer. It's a laptop. It's a wall. Without those people growing and expanding their minds, even if it isn't exactly on the work they're doing, but they're not doing that, how much value do you have as a team? So with that, take care. Happy scrumming. Enjoy your day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night is another episode of the Agile news cycle that we do on Tuesday nights at 8:00. I'm gonna try something different again. I'm still growing it, trying to figure out what makes sense. Any feedback, anything you would like to know about the Agile business or what we do on that show at night is more than welcome. Okay, take care.